Hi everyone. Dementia residents' rooms can get cluttered very quickly because they're always ruffling through their drawers and wardrobe trying to find things. They never forget where they put the last thing, so everything gets in a mess daily practically. And with a cluttered room, it's stressful for staff, for visiting relatives, everyone concerned when they can't find what's needed, especially like a pair of shoes that, the comfortable pair that the person needs to wear to get around in, or the jumper or the jacket or whatever it is. So the best thing is to have a routine where you can declutter the drawers in the wardrobe and get things sorted and tidy, because that will be a great service for staff and everyone concerned, because at least it's one less worry that they have to deal with. And rather than sitting there fearing for the worst and hoping for the best but nothing happening, sorting, clearing, helping, it's always positive, isn't it? To be able to do something constructive. If you're going to get the blessings of everyone else for making an effort. And if you just sit there in the room and just sort of feel helpless, there's so much to do, rather than just sitting there and just expecting everyone else to do it, which some relatives do. Some relatives, of course, are very good, but the best thing is if you can create a bit of a routine for yourself so that at least, if you've set things up in the drawers, in the wardrobe, you at least know the routine of where things are. You can label the drawers, socks, cardigans, blouses, all that's in the wardrobe, isn't it? Or whatever, just label the drawers, underwear. You can get a labeler from the front desk and write out, SOX or whatever it is for socks, and then stick it on the front of the drawer. Staff will really appreciate this, because if they know the system, when the laundry girls come in, they'll just follow the label and put, the daily washed laundry there. Otherwise, what can happen is they just throw it in the drawer. It's just all a big, pile of just mixed up clothes. And trying to find, a clean pair of socks or whatever in the morning, having to go through the whole, range of clothes, it's time consuming and it's stressful. Whereas if you can just go in and just get the socks and lay out the socks and then the t-shirt, whatever it is the person's wearing in a pile, then it's all organised, so that the carer for the day who's got, has to whiz in and do the showering and the changing, if she's got a system where she can have everything in a pile on the bed, it's much easier than having to go through this whole, pile of clothes, trying to find gear that matches as well and looks decent for when the person's dressed in the morning, which relatives expect to be the case. They want their mother to be nicely turned out, everything matching. But, if it's all a big mess in the wardrobe and the drawers, how can you do that when you're having to care for a dementia resident in 20-30 minutes in the morning? So this is all the background issues that go on. Now, the other thing is that if you take on this fabulous service of decluttering the drawers and wardrobe and having everything nice, aside from doing something practical and constructive and helpful and getting the blessings and thanks and appreciation of others, so that everything can be more fine-tuned, so to speak, the other thing that happens is that you become in the know, because social networks, you're linking in with everyone. In the bedroom is where the laundry girl comes, the cleaner comes, the carer comes, the nurse comes for medication. The perfect spot. There you can ask all the questions, rather than waiting at the front nurse's station to ask the nurse this ever important question about medication that you want to ask her about, never being able to meet or see her because she's so busy, difficult to get an appointment. Rather sit in the room, tidy everything up, have your cup of tea there, chat to your mother. Then when the nurse comes round for the medication rounds, which she does every 2 to 3 hours, and you can find out the times of those medication rounds, you're sitting there, so you can ask her the questions that you want to ask her when she comes into the room. No need to make an appointment, and you've tidied the drawers in the wardrobe. Everyone's happy. Fantastic. you know, because then you don't have to go through that stress of trying to find the nurse. That's always a stress, trying to find the nurse. Where is the nurse? You know, the plaintive plea. The nurse is doing 1,000 things. She's got so much to do. So just get into her routine and be part of her world by sitting in the room and tidying things up and having the cup of tea there. Then you get to see the laundry girls. If any of your mother's wardrobe's gone missing, which no doubt it has, because it always does in a dementia unit, you can keep track of things, you know, the shoes or the favourite cardie or whatever it is, and the laundry girl will know where things are because she does the laundry. And she'll make sure that everything has a tag on it with the name of your mother on it so it doesn't get lost. So many things around laundry and keeping it all tight. Now the other thing, every day everything gets washed. Every day. It all goes to the laundry. So that means industrial washing machines, industrial dryers. How long are clothes going to last going through that rigmarole? Imagine. So you need a lot of clothes, and clothes need to be replaced quite regularly if the person is to continue to look nice. So that's why if you're in the room sorting out the clothes and you know what's going on with the wardrobe, you will know when to go and buy some new clothes, or when you're out shopping you can keep an eye on things rather than the nurse having to ring you up and half apologetically say, you know, mum's wardrobe, you know, there's not enough things in it for her to be able to change into. I mean, you need a good 7 changes of everything. I mean, 2 in the laundry, 1 or 2 can go missing, and then you've got to have at least 2 or 3 to sort through to have some nice, you know, alternating outfits to wear. Look, you know, everything is a big mission in a dementia unit, you know, everything. But rather than just, you know, throwing your hands up and thinking too much, I can't bear it, I'm not, you know, I'm just going to sit in the lounge for 10 minutes and bring the shampoo and conditioner, getting involved with anything else is too much for me. Never mind, you can just do 1 or 2 things, you know. I mean, most of us can tidy drawers and tidy the wardrobe and keep things sorted. That's non-emotional, it's practical, it's helpful. And even just helping with 1 thing, you know, it goes a long way. It really does. It really goes a long way. And also you can see then whether shampoo's needed, conditioner's needed, what supplies you need to bring, tissues, whatever your mother needs. Perfect. So it really is important to spend time in the room, you know, to work out all of these things rather than relying on the front desk to tell you, you know, through email or phone what's needed, because they'll only do the bare minimum, won't they? I mean, they haven't got time to be going into all these details. And it's important. I mean, you know, things like hankies. I mean, if your mother can put the hanky in her trousers and remember that they're there to retrieve, good. But sometimes tissues are better. Now, also the walker of the, you know, the walking frame bag in the walker needs to be tidied regularly, because if they're not, if they're cluttered with too much stuff, you know, ornaments and tissues and things which are not needed, staff can take them away because it's too much hassle to tidy them up, which is a real loss for your mother if that happens, because women love their walker carry bags because they're just like handbags. Tissues, lipsticks, artwork, magazines, all their treasures they put in there, and you know, they're really valuable. So please keep those tidy and make sure that the staff don't, you know, take them away, because it's a great loss for your mother if she loses that. So these are all the little things around keeping things decluttered and tidy. Decluttered world or room and decluttered mind, it all helps. So I've just written these 2 books, Resident's Voice and Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit, in the description below, and all the links to Amazon and the website and favourite shorts and favourite videos and whatever. So please pass the links on to your friends and family, which you're doing, I know. Thank you for that. And please subscribe. It really helps a lot, you know, to get this platform up and running with all the efforts we're all making. It's happening and it's great. Thank you.